I was a little unskilled, let's say, in the process of financing a business. So what I did was I put this device, our prototype, on the passenger seat of my Volkswagen Scirocco, and I drove down to a local bank. Okay? I pull up to the drive-up window, and a teller comes to the window, and I say, "My name is David Tarver. I have my product here. I need a loan." Well, the teller looked at me like I was some kind of nut. And she said, "Well, why don't you park the car and come inside?" And I said, "Well, should I bring my prototype with me?" She said, "That won't be necessary." Well, needless to say, I didn't get a loan from that bank. In fact, it was a local bank. They only did home loans. But I was able to, with the help of a local accountant, get in touch with some other banks, and I managed to get an SBA guaranteed loan, $150,000 to get this business started. And the loan was actually prime plus 2. Okay, that was the interest rate. Prime rate at that time was 9%. So our rate of interest on this loan was 11%. Okay, but to build this thing cost us about $3,000. And we were selling it for about $17,000. Okay, so we didn't have to make many of these things to generate cash. And so we figured, okay, if this thing flies, 11% is not going to matter because we'll pay the loan off within a couple of years. And if it doesn't fly, it doesn't matter anyway. So let's see. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this clicker. There we go. That's what the finished product looked like. Okay, doesn't look a whole lot better, but at least it's cleaned up. But one of the things that this whole experience with the bank taught me was that there was a lot more to going into business than just technology and strategy. I mean, technology and strategy are difficult enough, but you find that you run into a lot of things that you don't anticipate. And we certainly had a lot of issues with, for example, people coming to our company and leaving after a short period of time. And of our first 18 employees, 6 of them left within the first couple of years. Well, after doing some soul searching, we found that we weren't doing a good enough job selling our opportunity to those people. In other words, we weren't being entrepreneurial in the way that we selected people and in the way we incentivized them in the company. So we cracked that nut, and we ultimately were able to get some people to stick with the company. But then we had to learn about sales, and whether you're actually doing the sales personally or not, it's something that you have to be sensitive to in your business. Well, on my first sales call, I was in the Boston area, and I had hired a sales rep firm. And I was making a presentation to a group of guys who were doing a modem development at the time. But there was one guy in the group who was really giving me a hard time. I'm demonstrating the product, telling him about all the features. Every feature I mentioned, he says, "I don't need that." And so I got very frustrated after about 10 minutes of this. And I asked him, "Why did you have us come?" And he said, "I don't know. We ordered your competitor's product already." And at that point, I'm clenching up. I'm about ready to punch this guy. Well, fortunately, my sales rep was there. And he stepped in and he said, "So you ordered the competitor's product already?" And this guy said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, when are you going to get it?" He said, the guy in the biker outfit said, "I don't know. They claim that they're all backed up. It's probably going to be a couple of months." And then my sales guy said, "Well, if Dave's company can deliver this product to you in 2 weeks, will you buy it from him?" He said, I don't know. We probably would." We walked out of there with the order. And so again, I'm relearning these lessons that I should have remembered from when I was 10 years old. I should have understood what this customer's need was, what his hot buttons were. and just done a better job of responding to that and selling to him. Listen first and then sell.